Okay, folks. Good evening, folks. This is Colin from King Harry Outdoors. How you doing? Hey, Rob. How you doing? Me bien. Thank you very much. Let me grab a hat. Here's I know what I'm wearing today. Okay. That way I don't blind you with my bald head. How you folks doing? Today we're going to be discussing books on survival, bugging out, homesteading, and a little bit of everything here, because that's the style of books that I've got a little stack of over here to my left. And hopefully we can learn some stuff today, or look from me, from you, from me, and me from you, and all. I got mute my YouTube side. I forgot to do that. I didn't get any. Now I've got several. I even got a new one that I picked up from Dan from Herbert T. Outdoors, which I'm going to be showing off here shortly, as well as a catalog magazine, whatever you want to call it, that I picked up a while back, about a month ago, here in town. That wouldn't expect to be finding stuff like this, but it would fall under a lot of the different categories that we all follow. Now, I don't know if Rob on the Road has any of these books, or Cornfed has any of these books, but if you do, please let me know, and then we could share information. I want to get more than a couple people in here before I start going off on this topic. What kind of books do you guys have, and would you care to list them, please? I've got at least 7 books here right now that are good pieces of information, and one is actually would have been good for I think it's for bug out. So, which is a really good information gathering book as well. I guess I got some bandages in there too. This got mixed up with my first aid kit. That's just one of them. So there you go. There's just one of them. Have the internet. Internet. Okay. I actually have some of these books on PDF file. I have a few books that are not, I don't have physical copies of, which is like books 1 through 6 of the Foxfire series, which are really good information. And if anybody wants the copies of those, I could see about sending you what I have. I have discussed some of these books in the past, but not this new extended list. Sorry, I'm looking down at my book collection here. I've got like 3 books right here in my right hand, 2 books over here on the thing, and about 3 more down here.
It should be on a bookshelf.
Hun?
What?
Not right now.
Hey, I cleaned this living room for a reason.
Hun? Please. I'm asking you nicely. Thank you.
Pick them up when you get back.
I'll pick them up and put them on a shelf, but I didn't say how.
Thank you.
Now, some of these books I picked up here and there, like this one here. I'm not sure if it has it should have a list of a vehicle checklist for bugging out and stuff like that. I misplaced this book and found it again just recently. Thanks to my wife going through and cleaning the living room, I found a few things. So they do have a list on here on bug out bags and stuff like that, but we will discuss that later. The newest addition to my list actually is this one here. I've had this one on PDF for about a year, but I was given to this one last weekend when I was with Herbert T. Outdoors at the Watcher County Flea Market, and it's a lot better, easier to read when it's in hard copy. I know it's a little weird, isn't it, Rob? Now, some of the ones that I normally have shown off in the past was one of my favorites is my Back to Basics. And now this is my second copy because the original one got stolen. But this is my go-to usually for a lot of information. Not my only one, but it's a go-to for basic homesteading and food prep, storing stuff, recipes, whole bunch of different things. They even have stuff on wind turbines, water power, and the like. So this is my go-to. I love this one here. This thing, a good companion to it, they say, is the homesteading version. I don't have that one, but this one here, I do love having that one. Another one I've got is a Peterson Field Guide to Medicinal Plants and Herbs for Eastern and Central, which is, I'm in Central. And this would be great for the, Iowa and the surrounding states. As I'm sure that Cornfed knows some of these, but he doesn't have a lot of them because he said he doesn't have the books. I still haven't gone through this one all together, but I only got it last weekend, and I haven't had a chance to look through it all. But it does have, I'm just browsing through it, that's showing how to make cordage, how to make different knots and stuff like that, how to split logs with wedges, different parts of axes, and so forth and so on. Oh, I can't read. I'm dyslexic, right? How you doing there, Blake? Glad you could make it. Some of the other ones this was one of the ones I picked up about a month ago at a local thrift shop. It doesn't look like much, but it does have a lot of good skills in here. It's got flint knapping. It's got how to make some clothing from hide and everything else. So this one's got some really serious information and some blacksmithing stuff as well, it looks like. Yeah, simple blacksmithing. And scroll working and beading and a whole bunch of very, very interesting crafts. And a few recipes as well. So far, my book list is 4 high. Not including the Back to Basics book. Now, you do have to taper a lot of the books to your local area, your local environment, and the time of year, obviously. Blake, do you have any of these? The Back to Basics. I'm probably not the Bucks getting one, unless you got extremely lucky. The Bushcraft 101 book from David Canterbury. This one actually would follow for you for the eastern part of the United States for the medicinal herbs and plants and herbs. But this one here is by Stephen Foster and James A. Duke from the Peterson Field Guide. Please forgive me if I'm talking too fast. I'm skimmed a lot of this stuff. I haven't in depth read it, so I learn as I usually just, if I need something, I'll research that particular topic and then go on. Rob on the road. What books do you have, if I may ask? I know you mentioned you got various books, but what kind of books? Oh, sorry. I'm sure there's probably other people going live right now, and they're probably. Mac, get out of the bag. Sorry, cat's out of the bag. Macus, what are you doing? So I'm not sure what else to go. I'm working on the book thing is new to me, so I'm working on it. So this is a new topic. I could talk about bug out bags. I could talk about thrift shopping, think about the flea market that I did over the weekend, and anything else you guys want to know, because we got some really cool stuff. I can show you like the knives and stuff that Jenny and I got, if you guys haven't seen those. Because I did try to show them off on Sunday. I'm not sure how many of you saw that live. So if you guys are interested in seeing any of that, we can do that as well. So I just need you guys to get some feedback, and what do you guys think? Okay, I guess no one else has any comments or anything like this, because I'm just curious. The only one I have is my edible plants and herbs book there, Rob. Because I don't have a garden right now, because I'm not much of a gardener, to be honest. So my medicinal plants and herbs is one of the few ones I have. I mean, the only ones I know of that there are some local plants and stuff that I grew up knowing about. Some I learned from Jenny, some I've learned from family members, but I am not well versed on the growing of crops. I do know about stuff that I've planted with Jenny in the past, like potatoes, tomatoes, beans, and cucumbers. We have done a few pumpkins as well, and that was kind of an accidental thing, and a couple watermelon. But our carrots never turned out well. We never grew corn because everybody and the grandmother around here grows corn, so there was never no need to ever grow any. The other stuff I would think of, I know about the asparagus and how to find it. I know about raspberries, blackberries, mulberries, and wild garlic and more wild onion. Those are mostly by smell for me. These are just the basic ones that I know right off the bat that I can 100% tell you I can take care of and find. Wild grapes are down on the list as well, because there's a lot of wild grapes here in Iowa. Other vegetable, edible plants. I can't give you 100% yes or no definition on it because I don't know. Because, like I said, I am not much of a gardener, and I have foraging for wild edibles has never been my strong point. But I do try. Hey, Doug, how you doing, brother? Glad you could make it. Now, I do know from recent discoveries that the seed from I call it the helicopter plant. It's a maple that has a little helicopter leaves. You can take the seeds out of those, and they are edible. They taste better when the helicopter parts are dry, not green, but they are edible. And sunflower seeds. Know about those too. I'm not sure exactly what would be. I mean, I'm not sure if there's some stuff here we have that you might be interested. I don't. I know about rhubarb, but I don't know anything about rhubarb itself in particular. Jenny might know some things as well, but she's busy doing her own thing over there, eating her chocolate. So she's kind of busy. But she and I have grown several different things in the past, and we discovered a few things in the past. Wild strawberries is one of them, but I can't take that discovery for myself because Ian found them. Other I love wild, but things we found in the wild that are edible that we've acquired. I think it was raspberries, blackberries, mulberries. I don't know much about gooseberries, to be honest. I haven't. I keep on getting them mixed up with some other stuff, so I don't touch those. My mom and dad knew those, but I never ate them, so I don't know. And mushrooms, but the thing is, I can't consume any mushrooms, so I don't. Because the only wild mushroom that I know for a fact is a morel, and that's because my dad was good at finding those. I was never able to eat them, so I didn't. So I'm not sure. I'm sure that Doug has probably got some information in, and both Rob, the other Rob, Cornfed, has probably been mushrooming and other stuff a lot longer than I have. Yeah? What kind of books have you got there, Doug? I've got a few. I got, this one in here. The Peterson Field Guides for Medicinal Plants and Herbs. This is about, it's even got some stuff on different field guides. And it's got a lot of detailed information. So I know which ones were good for medicine. So there's this is what I would use. Now, could use Google Glass or whatever it is that you have on your phone, if you have that available, to supplement your skills with books like Cornfed does. So that's an option. Now, one of the other ones I just recently acquired is a survival manual from the military. And this is the FM 21-76. And it's dated 5th of June, 1992. I was in the Army at that time. I first went in the Army about that time. So I was in for quite a while. And it's got a lot of good information about a variety of different topics. And I haven't got a chance to read through a lot of it. The basic medicine stuff, I pretty much... Whoa.
Razor.
Yeah, we're having a big thing.
That alarm goes off tonight. I'm sleeping through it. I don't care.
Chicken of the woods is a fungus, right? I'm sure they are, guys. I've heard of them, just like chaga and there's some other stuff. I can't consume those. I like being able to breathe. What's the weather things look like, hon? You know?
No.
Fine, I'll stop what I'm doing to go check. It's supposed to be sunny right now.
Well, it does gonna happen.
It says 69 and sunny. That was clearly thunder. Yeah, we're on the outskirts of it, hon. It's not going directly over us. It's like we're off to the side of it. Yeah, I can't eat those kind of fungi there, Rob. I know a lot of people who do, and they love it, and that's fine. But I like I said, and I've repeated in the past, I like to be able to breathe. Anaphylactic shock is something I'd rather not take part of. Yeah, it's coming down big time. And we're just catching the edge of it. We're not even in the middle of it. Now, I'm sure a lot of you already know how to prepare this stuff. So I can't give you any information on any of that kind of thing. So if you guys want to share that information amongst yourselves, that's great. I'm sure that somewhere in my Peterson Survival book, they might actually have something about chicken in the woods, if it has any medicinal properties. Let me see if it's even listed in here. No. Does it have another name that I don't know about? Okay. My Latin is terrible, so I can't tell you anything about what this stuff does. I don't know what you do with it, so there it goes. Uses. Cooked just like chicken. Used as a substitute for chicken in a vegetarian diet. Can be frozen for long periods of time. And in certain parts of Germany and North America, considered a delicacy. Eating the mushroom causes mild reactions such as the swollen lips, in rare cases, nausea and vomiting, dizziness, and disorientation to those who are sensitive. I believe it's due to allergies, so I'm allergic. So yay me. It says it will inhibit staph bacteria for staph infections, so that's always good. And Yeah. Golden oyster. I have not heard that one. I didn't see that listed on the Wikipedia page. Yeah, my survival manual was not waterproof, but they did use duct tape to tape it front and back to help waterproof the covers. Now, a lot of my books aren't waterproof either, though I do have digital copies of a lot of these. That way I can carry some in my phone if I need to. Like I said, I got a digital copy of this one. I've got a digital copy of the field manual and a couple others. I don't have one of Back to Basics, though. Does it say that? Let's see here. It doesn't show a lot of nicknames for it. Oh, yeah, you said social shelf, chicken of the woods, chicken mushroom, or chicken fungus. I know a lot of people here in Iowa do love their mushrooms. I am not one of them, but if you are, I'm actually happy for you because you have a food source that I will never be able to try. Hey, Hoga, how you doing? Same thing goes for a lot of tree nuts for me. So, well, I'm both jealous and I try to be as knowledgeable as I can. That way, I don't accidentally ingest any of these things. Because if something happens to me and I'm trying to take care of Jenny, if we're in a situation where we have to be eating out from wild edibles, I'm not. Loved, what would you do if we were in a situation where I had to help you find wild edibles and I get taken down by something I shouldn't have eaten?
Probably find something to make you start vomiting.
No, I meant for finding food yourself. What would you do? I mean, I'm down for the count for a little while.
Find food for myself.
But what would you look for is what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Yeah, we are going through, we haven't got any alarms yet, but we did have a tornado siren go through last night. So we may or may not, if we do happen to hear a siren go off, we may or may not be shut down temporarily. Because we got woken up out of a sound sleep for tornado sirens. Now, edible plants in Iowa. Let me check some here. Let me move my books out of the way so I can actually type. Okay. So, some of these I knew, some of them I didn't. Garlic mustard, I knew about. Chickweed, I've heard of. Dandelion, I knew of. Cattail, I knew of. Stinging nettle, I knew of. Milkweed, I've heard of, but I don't know anything about that one. Wild grape, I knew of. They have a lot of those here in Iowa. Okay, some other notable is goldenrod and chokecherry. Cattail, yarrow, but you got to be careful with yarrow. The raspberry, the blackberry, the mulberry. I don't know about gooseberries, so I can't answer that one. So I have to ask you guys about that one. Oh, black cherries, I guess. Okay, cool. Good for you. We don't. I'm not sure what our weather is right now, so give me a second. I have to take a look at. Scattered thunderstorms right now, so it's supposed to be a 37% chance, but it's pouring outside. So there's that. We got a special winds gust up to 50 miles an hour, light rain and showers. That's about it.
That does not sound like light rain.
Huh?
That does not sound like light rain.
I have no idea, hon. I can't tell you any different than what it says. But I know we have gooseberries in Iowa. Let me see here. Okay, we got gooseberries, raspberries, something called pawpaws. I've heard of those, never had one. Strawberries, blueberries. I don't know about blueberries. June and elderberries and mulberries. I've had several mulberry trees growing up, so there's that. Pear and apple do grow wild. I have tried both. Wild plum, I'm not familiar with. I have seen wild cherries as well, but those are I'm not familiar with what those, look like in the wild. According to, I'll post the link for this one. I heard a lot of people who do like pawpaw. I'm not familiar with the preparation or eating of those. I have heard this only. My parents did not eat those. If they did, they didn't let us know what it was. But according to this website I just posted, you got examples of some of the edible backyard edible weeds, berries, fruit, mushrooms for beginners, and others. And there's a book list there on that page as well to give you the Abundant Wild by Teresa Maroney, Wild Berries, Fruits, Guides of Illinois, Iowa, Missouri by the same person, Teresa Maroney. Forager's Harvest by Samuel Thayer, as well as his incredible wild edibles. Stalking the Wall Asparagus by Ewell Gibbons. I have been able to find wild asparagus in the past. I know where to look for it. Forager's Pantry, Cooking with Wild Edibles by Ellen Zachos. Field Guide to North American Mushrooms by the National Audubon Society. 100 Edible Mushrooms by Michael Keogh. I'm not sure how it's Kuo. And The Forger's Guide to Wild Foods by Nicole Appian. So those right there are some really good, about 9 different books you might want to take a look up for that are like just Iowa based, or they could be used for your area too. Hopefully, who knows? Okay, good to know. Like I said, I don't know much about pawpaws, but you never know. Um, like I said, I've heard about this one before. People talk about it. I'm just not sure what it's about. Sorry about that. It's the largest edible fruit tree native to North America, producing greenish blackish fruit, usually in 3 to 6 inches long. Flesh is pale to bright yellow and contains a network of glossy brown seeds. Its flavor is sunny, electric, and downright tropical. A riot of mango, banana, citrus that's incongruous, and with its temperate, delicious, deciduous forest origins. They also have a subtle kick of yeasty floral aftertaste, a bit like unfiltered wheat beer. It's been told, John F. Sohn said the flavor of pawpaws is forceful and distinct. There you go. So there, it doesn't look like much, but it's well edible. So there's that. Now, I'm not sure where pawpaws, it says in North America, so that could be from coast to coast, could be anywhere else in between. That's on the list of edible plants. That I don't have that complete list because I don't have a complete foraging guide to wild edibles. Good topic, though. Really appreciate it for being brought up. Yeah, I saw the pictures, Rob, and it was like, looks very interesting. I've never had one. I'm not sure if Jenny has ever had one. You ever had any pawpaw fruit? Love?
But
Have you ever had any pawpaw fruit?
no.
Apparently, it's the North America's largest fruit tree.
Right.
Rob says it's like mango crossed with bananas in flavor, with some big old C's. Interesting that no one's ever made like a pie or anything like that out of them, because I've never I've only heard about them like in the last 10 years. I just happened to be reading about it, but I didn't really think about Iowa having any, so I never really did any research about it. But I have a lot of other resource books that should help with the identification, plant identification, and stuff like that. Now, I'm not sure if the Back to Basics books covers that. Let me check here. It's got a thing on wild greens, about wild onions. I'm not sure if pawpaws would be listed under there, but it might be. Let's take a look. Nope, pawpaws aren't listed in this one, but they do talk about pear trees and apple trees and pecan trees and things like that. So this does have a lot of stuff in there, but not wild ones. More cultivated. I've never even heard of that one. What's jicama? So jicama. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Okay. Mexican turnip. Okay. It's a native Mexican vine, though the name jicama refers to the wild tuberous roots. Let's see here. It's in the pea family. Okay. Edible tuberous roots. I'm not sure because I've never even heard of it till now. I've probably seen it, didn't know what it was. I'm sorry. I just, for some reason, I just got extremely tired. I don't know why. I was hoping to get some more people in, but I guess that's not going to happen for a little bit. I'm hoping the caffeine will help. Now, I do know a lot of backyard gardeners have a lot of different other species that are not native to Iowa, but still growing. Like I said, like cherries and stuff like that, because I have lived on a farm that actually had those things. We grew pears as a kid. We also grew apples, but pears were my favorite, so that's what I went with. And my mom was pies and such that were including those. My dad did the mushrooming. I've got major proof of that. But other wild edibles were done by my grandmother, and I don't have a lot of information that what she used to do because I didn't know her get to really know her until I was much older. But she couldn't do those things anymore. Now, does it grow wild here, Rob? Give me a second here. Let me check something. It's actually in the southwest and southeast along the Mississippi River. So we might get some, but it's going to be rare. Southeast Iowa, southwest Iowa, or just southern Iowa, near the Missouri border. And it's showing just a very few counties that would grow it. Let me see here. Yeah, I got. It's probably near like Dubuque, Davenport area, or extreme southeastern Iowa. A couple places in southwest Iowa, like extreme southwest, but mostly it's east along the Mississippi. It says it has it for it's a zone 5 through 8. I'm not familiar with zones, so please forgive me. I have no idea what that means. So no clue. like I said, wild edibles are usually not my forte. So if anybody wants to help me step up by just hitting the link and jumping up here and help me with this, I'd greatly appreciate it. Because right now, I'm floundering when it comes to that kind of thing. I know the basics, but nothing extravagant, about, I can identify bad plants such as poison ivy, poison oak, that kind of thing. I can identify certain, wild onions or wild garlic just by smell. But I am like a ferocious, forager when it comes to wild edibles. Now, like I said, I knew apples, I knew pears, to a limited degree, some cherries, but not very much. So I've only had access to one my entire life, so I can't tell you any more than that. And I have grown, more than a few gardens, just nothing, not like Cliff or Jason do. I'm sorry, folks. I'm not sure if it's the weather or what have it is, but it's just got me down right now. Okay, I've heard of ramps, but I don't know what they are. So if you could help enlighten me, Rob, I greatly appreciate it. Now I'm going to look for ramps. Okay. I guess there's a ramp season. Okay, the ramps are wild leeks. Okay, that makes sense. That's probably what I end up finding when I think is wild onion. I have used those. Yeah, I am very familiar with those. I didn't know what they were called. I just know that they were edible. They grew up. They grew around my dad's workshop, and we just identify them by smell. They taste pretty decent. I mean, you can eat them raw. I wouldn't do it though. But they're better when they're in something being cooked. And like I said, you could smell them. It's an easy find. Yes, Mac, come on up here. Mac, come here. Say hi to everybody. Now, I don't I don't go out looking for ramps or anything like that, but I do know they grow in Iowa, and they're really prevalent in southeast Iowa. Damn, I'm tired. Yep. Hey guys, I hate to say this, but I am going to probably cut this one short because one, the topic is going really freaking slow, and I am barely holding on myself because I mean, my eyes kind of glaze over when it comes to plants. No, it's not the best thing for being a prepper or bushcrafter or anything like that. I am terrible at it, that part, but I am dying here, doing my best not to fall asleep, and I apologize for that from the bottom of my heart. I wish I could talk more about this particular subject, but other books I can work with. But I'm going to have to let you guys go. I just can't keep up because right now I'm getting ready to kick my feet back and just pass out. I want to thank you all for coming, though. I really appreciate it. You guys can, I know Rob's going to probably make fun of me for, my lack of knowledge in this topic. I'm sorry. But that's all I got. Guys, I'm sorry once again. I am dead dog tired. I will talk to you guys hopefully on Jason's live tomorrow if I am able to. But I'll let you guys know. Love you all. I really appreciate it. But I've got to get out of here. Sorry, guys. Ow. Ow.